At number 7 in our most memorable Champions League moments, it's a tournament record that was held for over 10 years, until the Barca boys came to play. In the 2003-4 quarter-finals, Deportivo La Coruña was seemingly put to bed by a Kaká-inspired AC Milan who had pummeled the Spanish side 4-1. But a remarkable turnaround saw Deportivo turn on the star in the second leg as goals from legends Juan Carlos Valerón and Fran González, alongside, and we don't know how this happened, Albert Luque, saw Deportivo come away with a 5-4 victory on aggregate. From that day forward, anything was deemed possible in the Champions League. Next up is one of the best goals ever scored in the history of finals. 7-0, that's 70 minutes were up on the clock in the 1996-97 final, with Borussia Dortmund trailing 2-1 to Italian powerhouse Juventus. Then came Lars Ricken. The 20-year-old sprung from the bench, and within 16 seconds of his introduction, he had burst onto a through ball and delightfully clipped the ball over the head of goalkeeper Angelo Peruzzi. It was a goal that had been executed with seemingly effortless ease, as Ricken later admitted he had studied his opposition from the bench and knew exactly what he was going to do. Hats off to that. 5. The 2011-2012 final. Deep breath, it's an emotional one. Thanks to an injury time header, Didier Drogba had already saved Chelsea's skins against a ruthless Bayern Munich side. Now, in penalties, it was that man Drog who carried all the pressure on his shoulders, with the ability to win the trophy for the first time in Chelsea's history with one swoop of his right boot. Pressure? What pressure? Drogba sent Manuel Neuer the wrong way and steered home his penalty into the bottom corner. With a serious lack of possession and 15 less attempts on target, Chelsea had rewritten the rules of how you can approach a Champions League final. From parking a bus to revving up a Ferrari, at number 4 we have the unstoppable attacking trident of Luis Suarez, Lionel Messi and Neymar. Since 1955, 213 Champions League ties had ended 4-0. But no team had possessed the attacking quality to overturn it. If any team was to do so, we thought Barca just might have a chance. But at what point did you actually believe this was unfolding? Edinson Cavani's volley had left Barca needing 3 goals with 87 minutes played. Now that was on top of the 3 they had already scored. Somehow though, time froze still. Neymar fizzed in a devilish free kick, he coolly converted a penalty 3 minutes later, and then, just as you thought this surely couldn't happen, Sergio Roberto latched onto another piece of Neymar magic and barred it home in stoppage time. Barca 6, PSG 1. The greatest comeback of all time. At number 3, it's another game with a script you just couldn't write. Manchester United's last-ditch victory against Bayern Munich in the 1998-99 final. The clock is ticking red when Teddy Sheringham scoops the ball into the back of the net from a Ryan Giggs shot. Everyone, including keeper Peter Schmeichel, was piled forward as extra time was salvaged. Out of nowhere, there is this electricity in the air, and United battle through extra time until they do what they do best, a winner in the last minute. You know the story, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with the deftest of touches. Oh, the drama. 2, and it's an individual stroke of genius, that volley from Zinedine Zidane. The 2001-2002 final was perfectly poised at a goal apiece with nothing to separate Real Madrid and Bayer Leverkusen. Only the beautiful game's greatest, a player of insane ability and gifted grace, could tear apart the sides with a moment of magic. Roberto Carlos had punted the ball towards the box in desperation. However, the ball hung high. It was pitched into the air, making a seemingly unending descent back down to earth, hurtling towards the ground at a type of speed that players could only leap with at home. Not Zidane though. The French midfielder shifted his weight like a boxer and shimmied himself into a pirouette. Eyes locked to the ball and the ball only, he rifled home a simply unstoppable rocket. If you have to think of one Champions League goal, it's this one. Our number 1 slot is reserved for yet another final of madness. Istanbul 2004-2005. Where were you? The game was more than just a comeback. From Steven Gerrard's header to Xabi Alonso's penalty rebound equaliser, and don't forget Jerzy Dudek's dumbfounding double save. It was madness piled on top of mayhem. You name it, this match had it. Despite the complicated, nail-biting and heart-stopping narrative that swung from one team's favour to the other in each passing second, ultimately it all came down to the dreaded penalty shootout. We'll never forget Dudek's jelly legs as he jiggled and danced, popping at the knees from side to side to save from Shevchenko. The last kick of the game, Liverpool had done it. 3-0 down at half time to 3-3 victory in the shootout. Sounds pretty simple, Oh my god, was it anything but. That's all from HITC 7s. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and check out our sister and brother channels because we're one happy family, Footy Feed and HITC Sport.